Utah raptor, and the classic velociraptor. Many of the raptorids were very much feathered, and that has been confirmed with a lot of evidence in the fossil record to support that. But a lot of people wonder if the larger theropods were feathered. So people always go to Rex, right? They always want to know if Rex was feathered. We haven't found any evidence of adult tyrannosaurids with feathers, but we have found, or specifically Rexes, but we have a lot of Rex cousins that have been found feathered, such as Eutyrannus, which is a more southern relative of Tyrannosaurus. Eutyrannus was covered in feathers. It wasn't as big as Tyrannosaurus. I think it was only about a third of the size, or maybe a third or a fourth. But it was covered with feathers, and that's mainly because it lived in a very snowy and cold environment, and the feathers were used for thermodynamics. But because its cousins had feathers, the likelihood of Rex at least having some form of feather filament on its body is extremely high. And so, it's a safe bet. I wouldn't say it was fully feathered because it was such a large animal. I don't think a full thing of feathers would have benefited it very much. I think it probably would have kept it too warm. But I would say that it would at least, especially its babies. I think T-Rex babies definitely had chick-like filament fluffy feathers on them. They probably grew out of them though, most likely. I think for babies, sure had feathers. Or am I imagining that? It's very likely that baby dinosaurs, baby T-Rexes had feathers. Very likely. We talk about dinos. Yeah, I'm here. Of course. It's me. If I'm involved, we're going to be talking about dinosaurs in some way. And I'm not sorry about that. Well, maybe just a little bit, but not very much. I love birds. Me too. I have a bird. I live with a dinosaur on the reg. I just took him to the vet. He was a very good boy. But damn, I do live with one. And they are so cool. They are so cool. I love birds and I love dinosaurs too. Unfortunately, I am, again, an ornithoptician, so I'm not closely related to the bird-like dinosaurs. But I had a cockatiel once. I have an Amazon red lord bird. He is nearly 40 years old. He's a very old man. He was my mother's bird before he was mine, and his life expectancy is 70. So he's in the prime of his life. Yeah, he's about like a foot and some change big, I would say. He's very sweet. Well, he's sweet with me. He's not sweet with anybody else. But he loves to sit all over my shoulders and on my chest and snuggle with me, and we preen each other, and he's like my old man. He's like been in my life my whole life. Like I can't imagine a minute of my life where I didn't have him as a presence. So he kind of has built this relationship with me where he's like, you are my son. My very tall, lanky son. And then he's like, he loves my mom, right? I'm pretty sure he thinks that mom is his wife and that I'm his like weird child that they had together. I'm pretty sure that's what the dynamic is in his tiny little bird brain. And you know what? That's fine by me. You know what? That's fine. I take him to his vet's appointments. You know, I'm taking care of him in his retirement. It's fine by me. That's my old man right there. Rosie, my conure, is only 6 years old. I love conures. Oh, I love conures so much. They are so cute. They are so cute, and they get up to so much silliness. Like, so my old man, my old bird, his name is Bob. Very creative, I know, right? But his silliness that he gets up to is most often than not destructive on everybody else's part. Because the silliness that he gets up to is chewing the shit out of the wooden trim where the wall meets the floor. He loves to run around on the ground and chew the wooden trim off of the wall. Very naughty. But that's his idea of a good time. Oh, and chewing through my chargers. Super cool of him to do. Very, very cool. But I would expect that like a tiny bird, like a conure, its silliness, well then at the same time I know how destructive birds can be. I probably shouldn't say that its silliness would be less destructive. I bet a conure could get up into the same amount of mischief that a big bird could. Just like be easier to get away, because my bird can't fly. He never learned how to. So he crawls over everything and he walks over to me and like sticks his foot up for me to like carry him around, right? But I'd imagine that a bird that can actually fly away from you scolding them would be way harder to deal with. Another question. T-Rexes are mostly savage, unstoppable hunters. Woke. Rexes are just scavengers. Oh, dude, Ender. Ooh. I know that number 1 are most popular, but I imagine that people have a surface level knowledge of them. What is your opinion on Rexes? So, oh, Ender. Okay, as a paleo enthusiast, the second option that you just provided, that second theory, okay, guys. You want to learn some paleontology tea? Right? There's this guy named Jack Horner. All right? Yeah, like the fairy tale, but this dude's like 10 times worse. There's this guy called Jack Horner. He was one of the lead scientists in the 80s that was referenced during the production of Jurassic Park because he was a quote-unquote Rex professional back in the 80s, right? This dude has been a pain in paleontologist's ass for the past 20 years because bro can't let that shit go, all right? He wants to be in the limelight again so fucking bad that he just makes up shit on the reg. He makes up shit on the reg. I have to deal with the consequences too. Bro, have you guys ever heard the idea that Triceratops wasn't actually a dinosaur and they were actually juvenile Porosauruses? Or have you ever heard of Nanotyrannus, which was a not microscopic, but small species of T-Rex that existed at the same time? That dude made all that shit up, bro. He been making shit up because he will just say whatever to try and get reporters to talk to him. He will just make up shit. That dude is also the guy that proposed that T-Rex wasn't actually a hunter and was just a big scavenger. That was him. That was that dude. He's the nuh-uh kid in class. He's that annoying ass little kid that just loves to say the opposite of what everybody else says. I feel very real rage towards this individual. All right? I dislike this guy really, really badly. Like, I have to deal with so many. He made it up? Yeah, of course he made it up. Yes, absolutely. Do you think an animal with the hunting efficiency, like the sense of smell that was stronger, 20 times stronger than today's bloodhounds, would have only used that for scavenging? Not only that, but its skull was capable of withstanding so many pounds of force. A lot of people say that vultures, which are notorious scavengers, have really good senses of smell for seeking out carcasses that are dead and rotting, right? I see that. I recognize that. Did you know that a vulture's feet, like their grip strength is incredibly weak? They can't grip onto anything because they're not meant to hunt anything. They're really good at flying away really quickly from distressed animals or hunters that they're currently stealing things from. Like, you can tell when an animal is not meant to fight. The vultures don't fight, all right? T-Rex was built for fighting. That bitch was a fighter, all right? There is no way that thing was made for just scavenging. Also, its body weight, I'm saying it did do scavenging. Every successful predator participates in scavenging for the majority of its diet. But that thing was made to take down Edmontosaurus. I cannot. Vultures can vomit on command. They can do that, yes. And also they're featherless on their heads and necks to keep bacteria from getting in between their feathers and rotting. That's why they have weird skinny little necks. But I love that. One of my favorite animals is a black vulture. They are so cool. But yeah, if anybody regurgitates that terrible take about T-Rex being just a scavenger, throw that shit back in their face, bro. Throw that shit back in their face. T-Rex is cool for a reason. I'm tired of this weird, like, actually, T-Rex wasn't really that cool kind of thing. He's cool. He is. It's okay to admit that T-Rex is cool. He's everybody's favorite for a reason, alright? He's cool as fuck. Don't try to take that away from him. Other dinosaurs are also cool, but there's a reason why he's the king. There is a reason. I'm in Central Florida and we got a ton of black vultures. Yeah. I love black vultures, dude. They're such mischievous little guys. For birds that scavenger, they are amazing for the environment. Real! So real. Very, very true. I love vultures. So cool. We have a bird sanctuary really close to where I live. And I love to go and like look at all the vultures. They have a king vulture there, which is this crazy species of vulture that is covered with like red and yellows. Yeah, they're super duper cool. Very cool to look at. This is why I asked you the best. Oh, thank you. I had no idea about T-Rex sense of smell. So T-Rexes are hunters. Hell yes. What was the name of the dinosaur you said that was designed to kill? I'm gonna see it. Many other fun facts for the T-Rex. So Edmontosauruses were living at the same time as T-Rex, and they're big hadrosaurs, which is a species of dinosaur that are these big, God, how do I even describe them? Imagine a cow, but also kind of mixed with some kind of deer. Like they're these really big herbivorous animals. And Shantungosaurus is a species of Edmontosaur, and they are bigger than T-Rex. They are huge. They are some of the largest dinosaurs to have ever existed that aren't sauropod dinosaurs. I think Shantungosaurus is the largest species of non-sauropod dinosaur, and sauropods are the ones with the really long necks. And those things, ooh, bro, ooh. Like, people be asking, what kind of dinosaur do you ride in a battle? People say Utah Raptor. People say Carnotaurus. No, dog. You ride an Edmontosaurus. You know, like a war horse? And those things are bred to, like, run just people over, like, back in the Roman era? And Edmontosaurus is gonna do that. Like, Edmontosaurus don't give a shit. Edmontosaurus is too big. Be kicking people to death. They are huge. You don't want to mess with them. Especially not a Shantungosaurus. And Rex was designed to take those things down. Alright, that's the kind of stuff it was eating. It was eating trikes, me, hello. I mean, it could try, you know, Triceratopsian Wyomingus, which is my specific genus. Hello, hi. They were made to take down us. They were made to take down Edmontosaurs. They were made to take down, like, large species of, like, these big armored, Bachycephalosaurs, like, ooh, and at the same time, you had Triceratops living alongside Torosaurus, which is another species of big ceratopsian dinosaur. The Hell Creek Formation specifically is like a really good example of like a lot of late Cretaceous dinosaurs that are living along together at the same time. And there's like everything co-evolved, all the herbivores co-evolved with Rexes to be big battering rams. Like, they were super defensive for a reason, you know? Shantungosaurus is big as hell, right? Shantungosaurus is huge! Huge! So crazy, and they had a big beak, and these crazy sharp molars in the back of their mouths. So they could theoretically, like, snap the neck of a theropod dinosaur that tried to attack them. Crazy. Do work as a paleontologist, judging from the things you've said. No. I don't. I'm just very autistic. It was always my dream to be a paleontologist. But that didn't really work out. Right when I started school, like college, was when the pandemic hit. That kind of threw a wrench into everything that I'd ever planned on doing. And I started streaming to cope. But you know what? When I was a kid and people would ask like what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would always say dinosaur. And I think I kind of like be living that now anyway. I am in fact a dinosaur for a living. So there's that. I'm not really that upset about it, truthfully. I still get to talk about the thing I'm super passionate about, which is paleontology and dinosaurs on the reg. And I also get to be a big, beautiful dinosaur, a big, bright blue dinosaur on the internet. And I think that's very beautiful. So I'm not even that upset. Correctus, Handle, and Chilosauruses. Some told me they were basically unkillable as turtles with big-ass club. Also, where can I go to get variable facts about Rexes? I would recommend a very good YouTube series to watch would be the Eons by PBC. Very, very good, easy to access information about dinosaurs that is being very thoroughly funded and researched by a team of paleontologists. It's really, really cool. I get a lot of my recent paleontology news about that. A good documentary series to look up is, and I hate recommending this because it is behind a paywall and that sucks, but Dinosaur Planet, which is, or Planet Dinosaur, Did you know that there's a documentary with both of those names? Anyway, it's on Apple TV, but it's the most beautiful documentary of our era. Like, it's gorgeous. Yes, PBS Eons, it's so good. And it's very updated, very beautifully animated dinosaurs. And it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Unfortunately, I have been like so tapped into like paleo Twitter and paleo blue sky to the point where like I read the new papers that are published like straight from the source, like, you know. So I don't really know every single place to recommend, but once you get onto the paleo track, like everybody's very tight and close knit within that community. So yeah, just go sail the seven seas. Exactly. Wink, 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 wink. It's got to be somewhere. But also, like, it's a beautiful documentary, and it's narrated by the one, the only, you know him, you love him, David Attenborough, and it's genuinely very gorgeous. I have my gripes about the new one that was on Netflix a while ago, which is like, what was it called? Like something Earth? Something. It was narrated by Morgan Freeman. I can't remember. I can't remember. I had my gripes about it. I did not like a lot of it, which is a shame. But then I learned it was produced by Warner Brothers, and they just reused a lot of their Jurassic Park models, and I was like, dude, guys, come on. And I could go on a rant about that as well, but that's a whole other thing. What got you into paleontology? Specifically, it was this box set of documentaries called Walking with Dinosaurs, and that is like the first thing that I can remember about like being the thing that got me into paleontology. Walking with Dinosaurs was the first ever dinosaur documentary of its time. It was produced in, I want to say 1998, but I don't think it was published until the 2000. I think. Wait a minute. Let me double check. Wait. Let me double check that. I gotta fact check that. When was it made? 1999! Hey! Alright, it was right in the middle. Core memory, Walking with Dinosaurs, yeah. That's what got me. I was obsessed with Barney the dinosaur as a kid. Oh, see, I was the documentary kid. I've always loved documentaries. Ever since I was a little lad. It was sit me down with the documentary. I don't want to watch anything else. I don't want to watch this shit. I want to watch real birds and real animals get on a table flip, you know? I just would watch Walking with Dinosaurs over and over, and then like all of the follow-ups that they did, Walking with Monsters, Walking with Beasts. Loved all that. I still have DVDs of every single one of those. The Ballad of Big Al, dude, like, ooh, hit me right in my heart, man. Hit me right in my heart. That was like very early emotional trauma for me as a small child. Oh God, oh, it hurt, but it was beautiful. It hurt in a beautiful way. Yeah. There's also Walking with Sea Monsters, dude. So this is gonna be a very niche brag. For those of you guys who know what Walking with Dinosaurs is, do you also know who Nigel Marven is? Right? More of my basic questions. I'll pin you on an Allosaurus. The frat boy of the Jurassic. What an icon. Icon. Allosaurus is super fucking cool. Anybody who says that Allosaurus is their favorite dinosaur, that's the guy you can trust. So good. Ornithokyrus one. I love the Ornithokyrus one. That symphony plays in my head all the time. The River Monster show ended because they ran out of big freshwater fish. And that's a shame too, because I really love that. Anyway, there's this guy, right? This icon named Nigel Marven, alright? And he would go back in time and like run around with dinosaurs and stuff, and he was super cool. And I still love him very much. And I think he's really neat, and my fiance got me a video of him saying hi to me and showing off his fossil collection to me for my birthday this past year. And it is my prized possession, and I wept like a little child. It was awesome. It was so awesome. He showed me he has an Zacfactinus skeleton in his house. What the fuck? What? How did he get that? Who the fuck gave him that? I don't know. It's cool as hell. So why are you so cool? Don't say that. Why? I'm sitting here being the nerdiest version of me ever. And you said, this is not me being cool. This is me being very dorkish at 9 o'clock at night. What's the Nigel Marvin show called? I can't remember it. There was one called, he did like 3 different specials, but the best one is called Walking with Sea Monsters. And there's one that was like The Mystery of the Giant Claw, I think it was called, where he goes after Therizinosaurus. That one's so cool. So fucking cool. Best way for a show like that to end, and that's it. That's all the big ass fish, rather than re-entering the same subjects over and over like in Ancient Aliens or something. Yeah, that's so true. They ended River Monsters like pretty good, where they were like, we did it. We saw all the fish and we did all the things. Wow. Let's go. I think they should. I love the specials that they did on like the ancient fish and stuff. I think he covered Dunkleosteus at one point, which is, let me tell you, Prehistoric Park! Yeah! Where they go back in time and they rescue and they bring everything back. That's right. Oh my god. That blasts me back. Yeah, they brought a Triceratops back, and they brought a Sarcosuchus back, right? Or was it Dinosuchus? I'm pretty sure it was Sarcosuchus. Pretty sure. And the 2 T-Rex twins, one of them was named Matilda. I don't remember what the other one was named. But yeah, that blasts me back. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that there's other dino nerds in the chat. Love you guys. We're in the Fred house. This place is the nerdiest place ever for people to be nerds. That is very true. That is very true. Y'all be sitting here watching homeboy make tea. Which is very fair. Fred has the voice of a man who I would sit there and watch him do absolutely anything. So, I get it. I get it. I get it. Sarco, I think? Sarco seems more reasonable. Because Sarcosuchus has such an iconic look to it. Sarcosuchus looks so metal. You know, even though Dinosuchus is technically larger, Sarcosuchus looks so cool in the face. I need to get back into dinosaurs like I was when I was a kid. Welcome. Reaches out a hand to you. Come with me. Have you met Mike? He's a dino freak as well. Really? Really? I need to connect with every single dino freak on the planet. I wish I was a dino nerd. I'm definitely going to check out your recommendations. Please do. Because it's super cool. And like, guys, like, I'm the guy who, if nobody else has ever asked you what your favorite dinosaur is, I'm going to ask. So chat, what is y'all's favorite dinosaur? I genuinely want to know. I'm not just asking to be nice. I genuinely want to know. It's one of my very first things that I ask anyone. Yeah. Is it chill if I hop into your chat every now and then with questions? Oh, fucking absolutely, Ender. I would love it. Please talk to me about dinosaurs. I would love it if you did. Please do. I love talking about dinosaurs more than I love talking about absolutely anything else, and I'm a professional yapper. As you can see, I've been talking by myself about dinosaurs for close to an hour now. That's not even my stream. I do be talking about dinosaurs all day, every day. I think every single time I talk about a dinosaur, it extends my life by like 1 year. So I'm gonna live forever. Which is to make up for all of the time that the dinosaurs lost. Right? I like the long-necked dinosaur because my childhood movie, I enjoyed The Land Before Time. So, crazy thing, do you know how many different species of sauropod dinosaur there are? Let's actually check. Because I know there's a lot. Let's see. Dude. Oh my god. So like sauropod dinosaurs are the ones with the long necks, right? Did you know that there are 342 different species of sauropod dinosaur? It's 342 different long-necked dinosaurs. That's crazy. 342 different species of sauropod dinosaurs. That's a lot. That is quite a lot. And all of them are beautiful. Who's this little fellow? Hi, my name is Star. I'm a dinosaur. I'm talking about dinosaurs. Welcome on in. Sit down. We're doing a paleontology lesson, I say, as I talk at you about dinosaurs. I didn't think there were that many. Yes. Specifically, the one in Land Before Time is the amazingly, beautifully therefore for a moment considered not actually real, but it is actually real Brontosaurus. All right, which, by the way, small tangent. You guys know in Pokemon they made the Raikou. They made Raikou like that primal version where he's like a sauropod dinosaur, which is like head is like sticking in the clouds. You guys know that? People were complaining about that design because they thought it was stupid. But did you know that Brontosaurus, which is the name of a sauropod dinosaur, the one from Land Before Time, translates to thunder lizard? Because they assumed when they named him that its footprints would sound like thunder in the distance, right? That's why they made Raikou look like that. Because Brontosaurus means thunder lizard. That's why. So I got the reference when they released the redesign, and I was like, that's so cool. Everybody's just stupid. And I'm like, what? And I realized that not everybody knew that. So I'm here to set the record straight. Raikou's primal design is really cool, actually. It pays homage to the creature that it's named after. Thunder lizard, yes. Isn't that so fucking cool? Love it. Anyway, there for a hot minute in 2015, it was assumed that Brontosaurus wasn't actually a real dinosaur because it was like two different specimens combined there for a minute. That's not true. Brontosaurus is its own dinosaur, it's super cool, but there was a lot of that going on. A lot of dinosaur drama happened in the 1800s that was mainly these two dudes that felt very strong homosexual energy towards each other but didn't know how to confront it. So they just blew up a lot of dinosaur skeletons at each other about it. And that we refer to as the Bone Wars, which is also a very, very gay name. What exactly happened? It's so stupid. They had so much romantic chemistry that they didn't know how to confront. That they caused so much. These two dudes were having a dick contest about which one of them could find the most species of dinosaurs. That they would go out into the world, dig up a bunch of dinosaurs, and then when they were done, they would TNT the site so that other dude couldn't come in and accidentally find something that he left. He would have rather TNT'd the whole thing than let the other dude find it. I don't understand. And then they started sticking like just bones randomly together to be able to say that they found a skeleton that homeboy didn't find. And that's why a lot of our sauropod skeletons are a little bit jumbled up. And that's why for a second there we thought that Brontosaurus wasn't real. But don't worry, he's fine. He is real. But it was just gay drama. Yeah. Anything of the last couple of years of recent dinosaur drama? Besides that whole T-Rex thing that I went on about T-Rex being, considered a scavenger instead of a hunter, which is not true, Jack Horner. I swear to God, if I catch you, when I catch you, Jack Horner, when I catch you, but aside from all that, I think the biggest dinosaur drama that's been going on recently, lips. I think it's finally over with now. But there for a hot minute, people were very upset. People were... Whoops, I muted my mic. People were very upset. But I'm going to tell you right now, T-Rex had lips. Alright, Jurassic Park has lied to you, and I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, theropod dinosaurs had lips. You know, the whole iconic dinosaur thing with their teeth, they're like poking out the top, and it looks cool. They didn't do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. They had lips. Like how modern lizards have lips. You know, when you look at a lizard, is its teeth poking out the top? No. No. They have teeth, alright? They thought for the longest time that theropod dinosaurs did not have lips, that their top, teeth poked out the Jurassic Park thing. They thought that because for the longest time, the assumed closest relative of dinosaurs were crocodilians and other archosaurs. We know now that they're more closely related to birds and things of that nature. But the reason why crocodiles get to have their teeth poking out is because they spend the majority of their time underwater, where they don't need to hydrate their teeth on a regular basis. The reason why our teeth don't stick out is because if you leave your teeth unhydrated for a really, really long time, it's actually really, really bad for your teeth. to stay unhydrated. You need to keep them covered with spit and Pepsi, you know? And so it's very unlikely that theropod dinosaurs who spend a lot of time on land, in fact, the majority of their life on land, besides the occasional swim, would not have lips. It just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, T-Rex had lips. Also, didn't we recently learn something about the saber-toothed cats? So there was a very big minute where, for, for a second, that they thought saber-toothed cat, Smilodon, had big lips, like a hound dog, that covered its really big teeth. I'm pretty sure we're past that now. It's really cool with Cenozoic animals, which are specifically the Paleolithic animals that lived during the Ice Age, to put it mildly. Those Cenozoic animals are from the Cenozoic period, which are that, like, right before what we're living in right now. We are very fortunate and able to dig through the La Brea tar pits, and those fossils that we bring out of the tar, which is kind of actually more asphalt rather than tar, either way, those are really, really nicely preserved and really recent. So a lot of the La Brea tar pit specimens are real bone that we're pulling out of the asphalt and not fossilized rock that are most dinosaur specimens that we work with. So we're able to see clear evidence of enamel, and I'm pretty sure that Smilodon's big sabers were actually very heavily enameled, so they didn't need or require the same, like, hydration that our own teeth do. Although my main specialty lies with Mesozoic animals, which are animals that lived from the Triassic to the end of the Cretaceous. So I'm not a Cenozoic expert. So mammals are not my forte. There's a reason why I'm a scaly. You know what I mean? So I will answer as much as I possibly can about Cenozoic animals, but the mainly I am a Mesozoic kind of bitch. Besides the moose, what are some of the more recent megafauna that you're familiar with? The only ones I know are mammoths and the three-toed sloth. Dude, short-faced bear. Oh, human ancestors feared short-faced bear. Bro, holy shit. Oh, holy shit. Ooh. Oh, and what are they called? They're really big armadillo relatives. They're very, very big armadillo relatives. I can't remember what they're called. Again, short-faced bear. Short-faced bear is a species of bear that lived during the Cenozoic period very recently. I think it only went extinct about, like... Wait. Again, I'm not a Cenozoic expert. Let's see. When did you go extinct? 12,000 years ago? That's recent as fuck! That's so recent! What? It was alive until 12,000 years ago? Oh my god! Oh my god! That's scary. That's scary. Holy shit. Ugh. Start looking past Australian megafauna? Dude, I'm not a Cenozoic kind of guy, dog. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not a I gotta be fair, though. The giant Komodo dragon relatives, also, what a weird species of animal. Like, what are they called? They were called, like, okay, so, like, Australia has this really cool thing, right? Where they were cut off from the rest of the world for a really, really long time. So all the evolution that went on over there was fucking weird, and that's how we have marsupials today. Alright? There were giant predatory marsupials that I do not remember the genus name of, but they were basically like possum bears. And they were super fucking scary and really, really cool. But I don't know too much about them. I want to. Bro, humans were probably learning to domesticate plants and animals back then, right? And the short-faced bear was still wandering around. Dude, short-faced bear. Look that shit up. Scary. Scary! Very scary! Marsupials in Southern America? Yeah. So, you know, they got the closest, and for the longest time, there were species of terror birds that were still alive in the Southern Americas. Until very recently, he wasn't a terror bird, thank God. We love our big elephant bird. But dude, I will ever, for always be pissed that the elephant bird went extinct before I got around to seeing it. How fucking dare they? How dare they? I want to see an elephant bird. I'm pissed. Wow. I want to see. Yeah. They probably kick nasty. For real. The moa. Exactly. I want to see an elephant bird. I want to see a dodo bird. That shit pisses me off. You know what, though? A dodo bird equivalent that's still alive today? The, oh god, what's it called? The kakapo. Yes. The kakapo. Oh, I love the kakapo. I want to see a kakapo IRL so bad. What about sloths that dug caves? Those are Megatherium. Yes, the species of giant ground sloth. Super cool. Very, very cool. Also, scary as hell. Scary as hell. But damn, I wish I could have seen one of them too. Yeah. Dude, the kakapo is still alive today, and it's a ground parrot. It is a completely flightless species of parrot that lives in little hobbit tunnels in the ground. And they are so freaking cute. And they live in New Zealand, and they're very highly endangered. But man, dog, I want to see one so bad. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so fucking cute. They look like how an old man from England. Imagine like an old British man, and that's how the kakapo looks. Yeah, don't we think Megatherium are the reason avocados have such large seeds? I'd never heard that before. Is that our hypothesis? Dude, that's so delightful. That's so delightful. Some people may be familiar with the kakapo as the bird that shags Stephen Fry's head. Yeah, that is that guy. That is that guy. They did do that. I love that's what they're known for now. You're being shagged by a rare parrot. Oh my god. That's so funny. That's their lay to fame. And then they were just turned into a meme. Like their little heads like bobbing in a circle was just turned into a meme. There's so many people that don't know what's going on behind the camera. Big sippy of water. Based. Based. But like, so like, Mesozoic animals are mainly where my specialty lies. And that either goes for like, you know, specifically dinosaurs or other sorts of animals that were alive at the same time. And mammals that were alive during the Mesozoic were also weird as fuck because the majority of them still laid eggs. Think about that for a hot minute. Mammals at that time they had yet to really kick that habit. The whole laying egg habit still taking a second for us to kick that habit. That's still pretty recent in the timeline of things. We laid eggs for a very, very long time. Egg-laying was the cool thing on the block for a very, very long time. Live birth was not introduced like until way later. Which is weird, you don't really think about it, but there was a lot of mammals that laid eggs. I'm sad about the extinct animals, me too. Like the ones that really, really shouldn't have happened, like thylacines, which are Tasmanian tigers. You know, that shouldn't have fucking happened, dude. That tickles my memory about a lengthy Tumblr post I once read. What is a Mesozoic animal you feel like gets less attention than it deserves, even within the paleo circles of discussion? Huh. You know, okay, so, you know how, like, Pokemon, there's just, like, there's always one diehard fan of at least every single Pokemon, right? Of course, there's, like, fans, there's so many fucking Gengar fans, but then you meet that one Pachirisu fan, who, like, Pachirisu is, like, their die-hard favorite. You know what I mean? Where, like, they love this Pokemon and they have one keychain of it, and that's the entire merch that's ever been made, but they love it. You know? That's kind of how dinosaurs are. Or, like, in the paleo community, you could say that this dinosaur is really underrated, or, like, this dinosaur isn't very well known, but there's gonna be one bitch who that's their whole thing. They love that one thing. You know what I mean? You can't really point to a Mesozoic animal and be like, I love you. Almost nobody knows about you, because there's always one guy who knows everything about that. They are a specialist of that one guy. Me with Milk Tank? What? Based. I like to think thylacines are still around in the outback, it's just no one ever looks. I would love that. I want them to be free and out of our reach so bad. So bad. Anyway, an animal that, like, I love to talk about, which up until recently nobody knew what the fuck it was. And this isn't actually a Mesozoic animal. I'm breaking my own rules, so I'm sorry about that. But it's an animal that I have loved since very early on in my life. But very recently, people have like actually started to learn a lot about it. Anomalocaris. For the longest time, nobody knew who the fuck I was talking about when I said Anomalocaris. And now, because of that one TikTok meme audio, people know. And I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy for that. Yes. Please. So, Anomalocaris was the Earth's very first super predator. And they were one of the very first arthropods that evolved eyes. Right? Which is also a crazy fucking thing to think about. Guys, there was a time in which nobody on Earth had eyes. That was not a thing. There was also a time when there were no jaws. For the longest time in Earth's history, things just kind of floated into mouths. There was no chewing happening. There was none of that. Swallowing even really wasn't what people were doing. People were just kind of breathing. And I say people, I mean by like, trilobites. But jaws had to evolve. Ears had to evolve. Sight. Crazy. Astounding. You know what I mean? Super predator. Yes, a super predator is what is referred to in the fossil record of an animal that shows up and immediately decimates and like dominates its given turf. You know what I mean? A predator that is the top of the food chain, almost affected immediately when it appears in the fossil record, and Anomalocaris was that bitch. I say, like, it was the first super predator because, in comparison to everything else, it was huge, it was massive. This was at a time where some of the most complex life on the planet was as big as your thumbnail, right? And Anomalocaris comes in, and it's 2 feet long. And everything in the ocean is like, holy shit! What do we do about that? And the answer was evolve eyes so you could see it coming at the very least. Predation fueled evolution in the fossil record to the point where that's where jaws came from, and that's where eyes came from, and that's where ears eventually came from, so you could see death approaching somehow. Because there for a hot minute, you would just be chilling, gliding along the goop on the bottom of the ocean, and then you'd just be dead like that. You had no idea fucking how it happened because you wouldn't be able to see it coming. There was no eyes yet. That was not a thing. That was fresh off the presses. Crazy. Like an ancient orca, yes. So Anomalocaris, as its genus name, means strange shaped shrimp. Or like oddly shaped shrimp. So take a shrimp. Imagine a shrimp, right? In your mind's eye. And now take the front of it and drag its antenna really far out, curl it, and then cover it with spines. Just cover it with spines. Alright? And then add these 2 crazy mantis shrimp compact eyes on the top. And then scale it up to 2 feet long. And that's Anomalocaris. And its mouth was right on the bottom. Right? There's lines of teeth. Okay? And it would glide across the ocean floor. And use those big spiked antennae. Oh, hi, Demi! Demi! Hi!
Star,
Demi!
I like zoned into what you were talking about,
Yeah.
and I was like, imagine a shrimp with antennas or spines. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then you were like, dinosaur name. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
It's actually like millions of years before dinosaurs, Demi. This was the Earth's very first super predator.
This was, they're like the murder.
Yeah.
Murder.
Dude, Anomalocaris was awesome. It lived in a time of the Earth's history called the Ordovician.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. That's cool.
It was super cool. It was super, super cool. Also, hi, Demi. How are you? It's been a long time since we chatted.
I'm doing alright. I woke up from a 3-hour nap and then
Ooh.
I ate food and I'm very, very tired, but I'm here.
Wow.
And I just I vibe.
Well, hell yeah.
My
You caught
goodness.
me right in the middle of gushing about dinosaurs, so and like other
Don't let me
paleolithic
interrupt
creatures.
you.
Are you sure?
This is a Fredrik stream. They will eat up any new information. So like, please.
Love information. Must eat more
We
information.
there is no Fredrik stream where the conversation stays the same. So
Mm-hmm.
so
Very
there
fair.
a cluster of information is always perfect.
Mm-hmm. What was that? Oh, I was talking about
True.
murder shrimp. Yeah. Well, either way, those big, crazy antennae would be used to scoop up trilobites and other invertebrates off the bottom of the ocean floor and crunch them to death slowly before it would inhale all of the soft-bodied tissue. Yeah. Pretty metal. Very, very metal. This was also at the time when our very earliest ancestors were alive, and they were only as big as your pinky nail. They were the very first vertebrates.
They were so
Little,
small. I want to be that
yeah,
small.
right? Mindless,
I
just
want to
little
just be a
guys.
mindless nail-sized creature
Mm-hmm.
that just kind of like slurps up little germs or whatever you're supposed
Yeah,
to eat when you're that small.
yeah. Plankton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to be a small little girl that eats plankton.
yeah. Honestly, what a blissful existence. Crazy. So crazy. And then after that, that's when we get like real fish evolution, dog. Guys, when fish first evolved, it was crazy. When fish first evolved, that shit was crazy. Dude, like we take them so for granted nowadays, but fish are, evolutionarily speaking, so cracked. They
Fish are
do,
terrifying and
right?
fascinating and terrifying.
And they're so energy efficient. That's like one big muscle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they're perfectly streamlined, and they're so packed with protein, and just what a good creature. Really popped off with that one, eh? To get back on after the Ordovician comes this really cool in Earth time in Earth's history called the Devonian, when fish were popping off. Specifically, one species of fish that is no longer alive today, which is really sad. But they're called placoderms. Placoderms be crazy, chat. All right, I need that as a sticker. Placoderms be crazy. The placoderm family included the one from this time period that everybody fucking knows, which is called the Dunkleosteus, which unfortunately, very recently, got a really bad nerf. So sorry to all the Dunkleosteus fans in the chat. Yeah, they got nerfed really bad.
Dunkleosteus.
Poor
I'm
Dunk.
just. Oh my god, the renders of them look really funny.
So they were thought to be like 35 feet long, and like
Jeez,
crazy, yeah, and like crazy cool, which they are. But unfortunately, they were more like 15 feet long.
that's still
Which is
pretty
still really
big.
big, but it's not the 35 that they've been hyped up to be for like years. But yeah, it's sad. So sad. Poor Dunkleosteus nerf.
I just like I looked at like a picture and it just I love their dumb little faces. They're very
Mm-hmm.
funny.
So they were very, very early to the jaw game. Jaws were not a common evolutionary aspect at this point. And Dunkleosteus specifically was super cool because the way that its teeth worked, if you could see from the pictures, the teeth are fused into the skull, and they're not individual. There's these big plate teeth in the mouth, and they slide together almost like scissors. You know how scissor blades slide together? Dunkleosteus' teeth would slide together and cut through any armored bone it got its mouth around.
Okay,
They were
that's kind of
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, very,
I
very metal.
I'm also now realizing like this animal is familiar to me only because I'm guaranteed people will know Dracovish or like that like line of evolution, like the fossil Pokemon from Sword and Shield.
Yeah, yeah,
the the
very similar.
the ones that are very intentionally like they put fossils together and they're like, this is wrong, but let's do it anyways. And they're like, oh, they died off because there was no way they could survive when they just when they
Uh
just
huh.
put the fossils together wrong.
Stuck together.
So, yeah,
Yeah, and that's also referencing a real time in history called the Bone
yeah,
Wars, which I talked about earlier. But that's like a real
yeah.
thing that people did for the longest time, which
Where
is
they just
crazy.
try to make new fossils and but it was just wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dinotopia. Oh, TK. So this is very nerdy of me, but my entire iPad, which I use for all of my illustration work, my entire iPad, I've customed so that every app background is art from Dinotopia. Like, that's so cool that you bring that up, TK. That is like those are some of my favorite books of all time, and the movie too. But like all of the illustrations from the books are like some of my favorite paleo art of the last like decade. It's so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Um, it was also around this time that in the Devonian, I mean that I'm pretty well. No, I'm almost completely certain Devonian is when the ancient relative of coelacanth evolved, and it has remained almost completely unchanged all this time. Which is crazy that it's still alive today, and it looks like that. It was back in the time when fish were so fucking weird looking. So weird. You should draw on Fred's face when he's asleep. Damn. Damn, you're close. You're
You
close.
got do you got the marker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Get a small bowl and fill it with hot water and
There we
put it
go.
next to his.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I'm also okay. There
Here.
was something when I was a kid. There was a very specific. I would be like a. I'm a very hard sleeper. I go to sleep and I like pass out. I'm gone.
Me too.
Like, don't even attempt for 6 hours. I'm out of there. But I was like 8 and my friends were like over for a sleepover and I passed out. They grabbed I don't know why they decided to do this. They grabbed a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of mustard and they put them like on one chest and the other of mine. And I was just like that for like 15 minutes. I didn't notice anything. I was out. So and they took a picture like of me with like clocked out with a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of mustard on me.
What?
I don't know why they did that.
That was a real got him moment, I guess.
They really got me.
They really showed you, eh?
Yeah.
Wild.
I was,
Okay.
could have done like barbecue sauce and blue cheese, but like no, ketchup and mustard. They went for the basics.
What the
So my opinion is, they could have gotten harder. They could have gotten spicier with the
right?
sauces.
Seems a
They could
little
have,
tame.
yeah. What if I put like tartar sauce on one and then like, um,
I mean, I'm seeing this really weird trend where you want to be covered in sauce.
if
I
if
gotta say.
if listen, I like Russian dressing a lot, so like
Okay.
you know.
It's so fucking funny. Oh man. Okay, well the
love
next time I see you at con, I'll
sauce.
bring you some.
Give me some Russian dressing. Give me mayo chup. Get
Okay.
me. I like blue cheese. I like ketchup. It's a classic. I like my little hot
Barbecue
sauce.
sauce on my titties.
Yeah. I just want to slather some barbecue sauce right
I
all
can't
over
have
there.
that. I
Cinch.
can't have it. I can't have barbecue sauce.
You can't have barbecue
No,
sauce.
it's got tomatoes in it. I can't have it. I can't have ketchup either.
You can't have tomatoes. Is it like
No,
an
I'm
allergy?
allergic. Yeah,
The tomatoes? Dang.
yeah,
That sucks. I'm sorry.
yeah. Fine,
Even worse, that
fine.
means you can't have mayo chup, which is uh God's most unholy creation, and I love it.
Should I be thankful that I can't have it then, or upset?
I both.
Okay. Well, I can't have it either way, so I guess I'll never know.
We call it
But
fry
yeah.
sauce for like real Americans. Well, I'm moving to Canada eventually, so mayo chup it is.
Mayo chup it is. I
I
can't have ketchup.
abandon my American brethren and start calling things differently.
It's fine. I completely understand. Fry sauce is top fucking tier. I can't have it.
It's pretty good, but yeah.
Can't have it. But
I think
guys, ketchup makes my mouth break out in like really like horrible blisters, and then I projectile vomit
Ugh.
everywhere.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, don't do that.
yeah, yeah, I can't have it. What is it? What is it in it that disagrees with you? It's some acid, and I can't remember exactly what. But all I know is I have to ask because I've had ketchup and stuff. Just, it's like I ate a grilled cheese and they put, I'm pretty sure it might have been actually mayo chip that they put in the grilled cheese.
Oh no!
Because I certainly didn't know that there was ketchup in it, and I ate it, and I projectile vomited all over a train. And it
Mayo
was
chip and a
awful.
grilled cheese?
Like I don't know. We asked the lady, we were like, is there any ketchup in it? And she was like, we put tomato paste in it. And we're like, why the fuck would you do that? It's a grilled cheese sandwich, leave it alone. But no.
Tomato paste?
Yeah, and I suffered for that.
Like, I know tomatoes are a common ingredient. Like, there's a lot of like toppings like you can put
Yeah.
into a grilled cheese, but and tomatoes is a common one. But tomato paste specifically is
It's weird, I don't know.
that's
I
that's interesting. That's
fucking
the
awful.
best. That's the kindest thing I'll say is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I can
Because I
have
would never.
small doses of like tomato powder, like it's when it's been like dried, like I can have that. But I can't have it like, and I do mean like small doses. Like there for the longest time, I think it's like I'm slowly, because like every 7 or 9 years, your body kind of like reacts differently to the allergens that it used to. There when I was a kid, I couldn't even have Doritos. Like I couldn't have nacho cheese Doritos because they have tomato powder in them.
That's so like okay. My wife like recently got like an intolerant, like became lactose intolerant, like as like
Mm.
and it was one of those things, like it's like the 7th year, like
Hmm.
her age is divisible by 7, so that probably is why.
Yeah, it's something weird, but like every once in a while, your body either gets like a new allergy or it ditches an old one, or you get like less reactant to it. But I had
Yeah.
that vomiting on a train thing
Ow.
happen to me only about a year ago, so
Yeah,
I can't be having it.
yeah, it is about every
Yeah,
7 years, so it's not exactly like I'm nearing it myself, like
yeah.
okay,
I can have
what
Doritos now, though, Chet. I can eat Doritos now, so
let's
I can have
go.
tomato powder now. I'm pretty sure, but I cannot do like marinara sauce or ketchup or like anything that has a large amount of tomato base in it. I can't do it.
i'm
Crazy.
I'm sad that I can't. One thing so every time at FWA, I have a
Mhm.
friend from Canada that brings down Canadian snacks specifically,
Oh yeah.
and they specifically brought down ketchup chips a lot, and I like
Ooh,
munch those on, and
can't be doing
those are
that.
like one of my favorite. Yeah, they're
God,
really good.
I
They're
want to
just
know what they
they're
taste
just
like, but
it's just
without the
imagine
pain.
just yeah, just imagine like that you took a chip and then you just like triple the amount of salt on it. That's what it tastes like.
Oh, okay.
That's
I've never
but
heard it
it's like a
equated in salt before.
it's just very if it tastes very salty,
Hmm.
and it probably has like a deeper flavor because it's ketchup,
Hmm.
but that's kind of what it tastes like. But
Wow.
like two two things he brought down, one was the ketchup chips and the other was cheesies, which is like
Mmm.
their like a lesser brand version of Cheetos, and it's
Oh.
so good. It's
Dude, my favorite kinds of chips are the cheese flavored ones. I
I
be
love
eating cheese
cheese.
flavored cheese so. Dude, my fiance picked up this new kind of cheese from the grocery store today that we've been
Yeah.
gnawing on. That has like it's a kind of brie, but it has angel in the name.
Ooh, Angel
And
Brie?
yeah,
Wait,
it's
that sounds
oh, it's
awesome.
so fucking it's so good. It's like very buttery, and we've been eating it on pretzels, and it's like ambrosia. Like I'd be eating the fucking food of the gods. It's delicious.
I would
So
be like,
angel
God, now I
brie.
want to like go on our fridge and be like, just grab like a thing of brie cheese that we have and just munch on it as a snack. And then I think about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna be on the toilet afterwards, so I
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Hey, Star, who did the art for them and y'all's PNG tubers that you're both using? The amazingly talented C Party
Yeah.
on Twitter and Blue Sky? The amazingly talented Allie, aka C Party? That's C with a S for. Oh god.
Is there four
Is
in
it?
the name?
Yeah, there's a 4. No, it's a 3. That's what it is.
It's a
It's
three, and
S,
then no
3,
every other letters
A.
are.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's like, it's very dead mouse.
I love it so much. I
Yeah,
love
it's
my dumb little
so good.
skunkle, which
Oh, I love my
I
skunkle.
found. I was like wondering, something I discovered was like because of reactive, mine is like smaller than everyone else's.
Yeah, yours is small.
But it's because the antlers saw out, so I think it's funny. It's like, oops, there's nothing you can change about it, so it's funny.
That's so cool. I
But
think mine
now
is I've got a very wide